Right, so next we're on to his Rhino mode now, which I think is quite nice. They have remolded the head perfectly, so it is different and it does fit in well, and it's got this nice little horn to it as well, which falls away like that. That's how it stores. Apart from the head, there's no difference really between this and the Puma or Winged Wolf or whatever you want to call it. But again, lots of nice colours. All the colours used perfectly here. I really like it. I don't have Sixshot, but I can imagine that this Rhino mode is a lot better to look at than the Puma or Wolf. And apparently there's supposed to be a Winged Wolf mode, so I assume there's a Winged Rhino mode as well, but I'm not going to try and fiddle around with it because he was an expensive figure. Very nice though. I will do a detail part on this bit, unlike the gun mode. Again, not really sure what to say because I want to get through as much of his modes without making too many parts of the video. So I'll move on to his robot mode. Yeah, I think that's all of them are shown, so I'll move on to his final mode and I'll see you. Okay, so I explained to you why I'm not doing the gun mode. I did try 3 or 4 times to do it, but it never turned out right. So we're just moving straight on to the Rhino mode, which, you know, is a very good mode in its own right. We'll just look at the remolded head with this nice chromed horn here. I'll just turn him around a bit. This bit, you know, a shame, but it is necessary. Let's turn him towards the light a bit more. No, that's the best you can see. Actually, you can see a little bit of indentation there on the chrome. Yeah, this bit and the bit on the other side are necessary because it is on this joint, so it flips back like that for when he transforms back. So that has to be there, unfortunately. It is difficult to see because of the light and the way that this guy is shaped with this big shoulder, otherwise I'd arc him more towards the light. But he does have right here a little triangle indentation with little lines drawn in it as well, and little lines above the head there. Again, this bit around here, around the top, is pulled out a little bit to give an eyebrow effect as the eye is pushed in to give it a deep looking eye. A nice curved, kind of weird mouth for a Rhino. You know, it's very pointy, but it does work because it makes it look more robotic. And this bit, it would have been nice if it could have moved, but because of the horn, you know, fair enough. You can't have everything. We'll just have a closer look at it from a couple of sides. And yeah, it does work very well. There's the screw on that side. There it is. You know, not very impressive, but fair enough. So we'll pull him back. Oh, I said I'd describe these bits. These bits here, obviously, are the 3 toes to his feet. Which again is fair enough, you know, can't get rid of them. And we'll refocus here. There we go. Excuse me. It is a little bit tricky to position the feet, so he does stand right here. As you can see, there's a little gap where he is on the table, and there are his feet, but I'll talk about them in robot mode because it's going to be a lot easier to show you in robot mode. Very impressive around the front here, very big, very imposing, but around the back, there's not a lot there really. You get the legs, which are quite small, and you know, it's a bit flimsy around the back in comparison to this huge, massive front portion of the guy that you get. So yeah, again, another good mode. All of this guy's modes are good, to be honest, but you do have to find problems, and the problems for this mode are the legs at the back, I suppose. So we'll move on to his final mode next, and I'll see you. Right, so we finally move on to his robot mode now, and he is really, really big. He's a really massive figure. Unfortunately, just like Sixshot, he is pretty much a brick. You're not going to be able to pose this guy. His arms do move forward and do move all the way around, but in robot mode, these wing parts hinder his movement. So if you did want to move them all the way around, you'd need to, you know, do that. And even then, the gun part gets kind of caught on the back of his knee. But you get the idea. He can't move a lot. His knees do bend as well. But that again is for transformation purposes, and it's not a good idea to try it just in case. His head, as you can see, has been remolded, and they have been given these little horns, which are nice little detailed things to add on, which fold away nicely into his head like that, and you flip them out again for when he's transformed. There we go. Altogether, this robot mode again is right near the top. It's not my actually no, it is the best mode for him because it brings everything together. It brings the red, it brings the black, it brings the white, it brings his chest piece, his remolded head, everything about this guy it brings forward in this mode and makes him stand out, and it looks really good. I really like this figure. I'm glad I bought him, and I'm glad I had, well, I'm not glad I had to wait that long, but I'm glad he came eventually. So we're going to move on to the final part, which is the detail part, and I'll give you my closing comments, I guess. So I'll see you for that in a couple of seconds.